So I made 2,400.74 AUD, or about 1.7k USD in the past 2 weeks. In March is the worst month I have ever seen. So much chop, so much BS everywhere. Probably shouldn't say that in like the first 15 seconds or whatever, but just because of everything that's going on, in the globe, geopolitically, all that stuff. The price action that I'm seeing personally with the amount of months that I've traded so far, which is like 15, 14, something like that, March has been the worst price action, and yet I have been able to secure multiple payouts in March. And the reason for that is what I'm going to be going through in this video, and also how you can also make, a couple of $1,000. I can't speak. A couple of $1,000 on the side day trading. So let's get into it. So this is the proof, and not just that, we have all of this other proof here. Right here we got 2k across 3 accounts on Alpha. So yeah, we got this, and these are just like some of my most important payouts. Like this one right here, this payout was my first ever payout that I got last year in November. That was a very big moment for me. And I'm not showing a lot of like wins and payouts. If you do want to see that, you can go on my Instagram. Just because I don't really like to show everything. It's a bit weird to me, even though I am like, a YouTuber, I'm creating this content and stuff. Anyways, all of this, but I haven't actually always been like this. You can see here, I've took a lot of losses, a lot of liquidations, a lot of losses here as well. You can see 30% entry size losing 100%, 15% entry size winning 20%. That doesn't even make any sense. Like that's not even profitable. You can see accounts blown, challenges failed. So yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And by the way, just so you know, like there's the reason why this is like, there's a lot of like drawings and stuff on this is because I recorded this video and it wasn't even recording. So let me actually check. We're good. All right, we're good. All right. How do you get started? That's what you want to know. You can make like a couple $1,000s on the side, and you can go TJR level, making like $100,000 in a day. Some crazy stuff as well. You can do that. Not that I have, but you can do that. You can do TJR level as well. So let's just go through some important stuff that I've learned in my trading that I feel like beginners should know. Like this entire video is for beginners, especially. So beginners, fundamental truths to trading is that trading is based on probability, right? Let me actually get this. Trading is based on probability. So you need to be okay in the uncertain environment. That's the entire point of trading, is you never know what's going to happen, and you do not have 100% conviction ever that your trade is going to have 100% win rate, that you will not lose. That's just impossible. That's not how this works. Everything you do is with probabilities, okay? Like you have to put that in your brain. There's like a scene from Wolf of Wall Street. There's a scene where I don't know the actor, but I might put it up. Basically, the actor's like, the markets can go sideways, up, down, right, left. You never know. And that's the point, that you have to, you have to be completely okay with not knowing. You never know what's going to happen next. No strategy will have 100% win rate. If someone is preaching you 100% win rate strategy, that's cap. That's the scammer. You're getting trolled. Like you're getting cooked. There's nothing like 100% win rate. You just need to be okay, and you just need to be understanding that everything is a probability. Like casinos. Why does the house win in casinos? Is because it is based on probability, and the house is going to win in the long run simply because they have more of the probabilities on their side. They're going to win more than they're going to lose, and so they're going to be profitable. That's something that took a long time for me to realize. And yeah, let's move on. 3 most important things in trading are psychology, risk management, and strategy. And let me tell you something right here. Let me tell you something. What? How do you do this? Make sure that like my charging doesn't run out, because I'm on 3% right now. 90% of trading is based on psychology. Like, I don't know if you've heard it before. I mean, to be honest, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but 90% of trading is based on psychology, simply because if you cannot control your emotions, you're gonna, look at a trade, you're gonna see the best setup ever fail and you're going to lose money, and then you're going to think that you did something wrong when you didn't actually do something wrong. Just because you lost doesn't mean you did something wrong, and just because you won doesn't mean you did something right. So yeah, another thing is risk management, pretty important. To be honest, risk management is kind of part of psychology, because if you don't have good psychology, you won't be able to manage your risk anyways. And then strategy, you can go and learn any strategy, it doesn't really matter. Me personally, I do continuations towards strong liquidity. That's the sort of strategy that I use, ICT stuff. You could do anything. You could do trend lines. You could literally do trend lines. You can do like VWAP, RSI, Bollinger Bands. You can do anything. You can be profitable. It mostly is psychology, but you want a strategy that actually makes sense to you. So I forgot to mention this in the video, but you have to trade not your own money. Do not ever trade your own money. What you need to do is utilize and actually milk funded accounts, because what I was doing was I was using my own money. So even if you have like $1,000, which is a lot of money, when you have $1,000 and it's your own account, you only ever have $1,000. And so with actual proper risk management, which I was not doing, but at that time, you should be risking $10 on a trade. $10 on a trade to make like 40, to make 50. That's if it's a higher system. My system is a lower. $10 to make like 20, to make 15, to make 10 with a high win rate. You realize that that's very, very low, and it's going to just cook your psychology. What you instead should be doing is literally with $100, you can get access to $50,000 in trading capital just by utilizing funded accounts. For example, Alpha Futures and TopSet, both of them I use. And there's also Lucid, there's my funded futures. There's all these funded accounts that you can use, pay them the money, and basically it's a monthly subscription. But what you do is you pass the account before the month ends, and so then you get access to the actual capital of 50,000, then 100,000. I'm not going to get into like the ins and out that it's simulated money, but you can still take it out, all of that. The rules. Firms' money, you use their money with only a $50 to $100 investment, and you get 10 to 20x ROI. So that's what you should be doing. And I actually love Alpha Futures, especially because of their support. Their support is very quick, but also their payouts are even more quicker. So if you do want to use my code SK007740, you'll get the best discounts. Currently, there's like an Easter discount going on, 25% off. But yeah, you'll get the best discounts. But basically, use funded accounts. They are very, very important. So back to the video. Another very important thing is discretion is very important, okay? You need to be able to use your own discretion. If you're too rigid with this happens, and this happens, then you enter the trade, you're never actually going to improve. You're never going to be able to look at a trade from like a overall perspective and be like, okay, this trade makes sense to me, and that's why I'm taking it. To get to that point, it really does take a lot of time, to be honest. A lot of journaling, a lot of improvement, a lot of daily journaling. That's the most important thing. But you need to realize that, if you are too rigid, you're going to sometimes take things that are not A+. What did I just say? Being too rigid with your rules will make you not take A+ trades and sometimes take worse trades. So understand that. Understand your model, build your discretion. How do you build your discretion? Journal. Journal. I have all my links in the description, free trade journaling PDF, all the questions that I go through every day that you should probably also go through to improve, to understand your strategy and all of that, understand your psychology is in the description below. And lastly, get a mentor. Stop trying to do it all on your own. Like I wasted a lot of months trying to do it on my own, thinking I'm him when I'm clearly not. Like it makes no sense. That would be very arrogant of me to think that I can do it on my own when there's way too much information overload. One mentor, one strategy, and you improve upon that. I wish I got a mentor earlier. That would have saved me so much time and money. So DM me, learn on Instagram if you do want me as a mentor. If not, I have a lot of free resources in the description below, such as my Discord, discount codes, Alpha Futures, all of that stuff in the description below. If you want to get started into trading, DM me, Lan. I will help you one-on-one. Hope this video was helpful to you.